So we're going to get started on our back. So go ahead and come to lay on your back in a shortened Shavasana. Just stretch yourselves out. Definitely let the legs come at least as wide as your mat. Let your inner ankles turn up. You could keep the arms alongside the body. You could also bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Feeling the rise and fall, connecting you to source. Connecting you to your own internal guides. Feeling the very center of your being. It's always guiding you through your day, but sometimes seems so far away to connect into. That part called self, that's sometimes at odds with ego. Take a big breath in, feel that breath sparkle through the fingertips, perhaps making some rolls with the ankles. You might take the hands behind the head and give a nice lengthening and stretch of the neck. You'll feel that this action dumps the chin to the chest. Nice symbolic gesture too, of bowing the head in reverence to the wisdom of the heart. Take a big breath in, feel it travel the length of the body, and sigh. Already releasing something during the course of your morning, however little you've been awake, that you don't need to carry with you throughout the rest of your day. Traveling the terrain of the body, taking a moment to notice the weather patterns in the mind as well and how you arrive emotionally. Big breath in through the ankles, through the hips, and the heart space. And let the exhale soften your shoulders. Let any stagnant energy release all the way at your feet, exiting the body for good. Feel the earth as it supports you, holding you up, keeping you steady, regardless of how you might wobble energetically from time to time during this time. A couple more breaths here. And slowly begin to draw your knees towards your chest. And simply roll over to one side. Press yourself up. We'll come right onto hands and knees. No rush to get there. Spread the fingertips wide, directly underneath of your shoulders. And extend your left leg back behind you, getting a nice press of the ball of the foot into the floor. Press through the heel, extending back. Spin your inner elbows forward, gaze out, and then we'll begin to levitate the left leg off the floor. Reach your right arm extended alongside the right ear, big arch through the spine, and exhale, round the spine, curling in. Sweep up with the arm, press back through the heel, lift the leg, and then exhale to round the spine. A little cat-cow action in the form of this little strengthening move. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, find length and pause, stretching in each direction. Reach around for the foot if you'd like. You may just tap it, or you might grab for it. Either way, take your gaze out, lift the front of your heart. See about softening the jaw and the shoulders. Big inhale here. And exhale. You'll step your right foot between your hands, or sorry, left foot between your hands. And come up for a gentle lunge. Sinking down through the hips. Pressing the shin forward. Big inhale here. And reach the arms up alongside the ears. Softening down into the shoulders. Pressing into your front foot to find length a little bit longer through the torso. And breathe. Hands straighten the front foot. Tuck your back toes under. Step back to downward facing dog. And just begin to bike pedal the feet out a little bit at a time. And then we'll come down to the knees. And you're going to bring your knees and your feet together. Drop the heels over to the right side of your mat, or left side of your mat, sorry. Come to sit on the right side of your heel. So we're just going to untuck the right foot and bring it to the top of the left thigh. And then the left leg will be behind you, externally rotated. Sweep the arms out and up, big inhale. And exhale the hands through the heart center. Stretch through the torso as the arms sweep wide. And exhale, gather the breath down. One more inhale here. Interlace your fingers up to the sky. Press the palms overhead. And let your shoulders soften down. Little exaggerated arch through the spine as the biceps peel back by the ears. Keep the breath going. One more inhale to press the palms. And on your exhale, release the arms and twist to your right. Easing over the right shoulder. Feeling space grow across the front of the chest as you feel your right shoulder open away from your left shoulder. See if you can draw the left hip back towards the wall behind you. So squaring off the hips. Rather than letting that left hip come along for the ride. Let the top half of the torso do the work of the twist. One more inhale to find length here. Exhale to release into the twist a bit. Inhale. And exhale, release back to center. You're going to swing your left leg around. So the shin of the right foot, or the right shin is parallel with the front edge of your mat. Reach your left arm out in front of you. The right hand behind you stabilizes. Lift your hips up to the sky. And make some circles in one direction and then the other with the arm. You got it. See if I can reorient a little bit here. And then a big reach for the wall behind you. And come on back down. We'll come forward, back to hands and knees again. We'll do the other side. This time the right leg extends behind you, pressing the ball of the foot into the floor first. And as you press back through the strength of your legs, find some awareness in the belly. Lift the right leg. Continue that length, reaching the left arm alongside the left ear. Exaggerate the arch in the spine. And exhale, curl in. The inhale finds length, reaching up and out. And exhale, curl into yourself. Inhale, arching. And exhale, small. Inhale, arch one last time. Pause here, finding length in both directions. Or reach around for the foot and grab it or tap it. Yeah. So notice if the left side of the torso is opening up. Draw your left shoulder down and gaze out and up. Yep, you got it. Beautiful. And then we'll step the right foot forward between the hands. Coming back into that little lunge. On the right side. Press into the front foot, expand through the chest. Reach the arms up alongside the ears. Big inhale. And exhale to sink. Inhale, one more stretch through both sides of the torso. And exhale the hands, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes under, step back to downward facing dog. Big inhale here, bike pedal the heels out. Shake the head up and down, really early downward facing dog. Shake the head back and forth, blubber the lips. Getting into the body before we move too much. Nice, guys. Come on back to the knees. We'll do the opposite side of the twist. So bring your knees and your heels together. Drop your heels over to the right side and then come to sit on the left side. This time you'll unhook the left foot, bring it to the top of the right thigh. Sweep the arms out and up. And exhale. This time we'll bring the hands behind us and release them at the low back. Always nice to get an opposite shoulder opening. Tuck your chin to the notch of the throat if that feels good. Just keep your chin lifted. Breathe in through the backs of the shoulders. Squeezing the inner rims together. Feel the jaw grow slack. Lift the chin away from the chest and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Do you feel that stretch through the left side of the neck? Bring the chin back up towards level and switch sides. Maybe the fisted knuckles come a little further away from your low back. And then bring the ear back up from the shoulder and gaze up toward the sky if you like. Squeeze the inner ends of the shoulder blades together to lift the heart. And exhale, release the hands, twist to your left. Gazing over left shoulder. Notice is the jaw hardening up? Can it relax? Can the eyes even drop down just a little more, relaxing into the sockets? Peel your left shoulder open, making space for breath to flow across the chest. Big inhale. Release out of your twists and swing your right leg around. Taking a kickstand with your left shin. Plant your left hand behind you. Reach your right arm in front of you. Lift the hips up to the sky. Make some shoulder opening rounds. Going in one direction and then the other. Pressing into the front foot to lift the hip. Reach back. And when you're ready, come on back down. Cross at the ankles. Come forward onto hands and knees again. And we'll come into our downward facing dog again before we vinyasa. Again, bike pedaling out the heels. Take 3 breaths here before you find some stillness. So find movement first, make your breaths really long. And once you find your way into your downward facing dog fully with stillness, find what you can root into in the form of all 10 of your fingers and their connection to the earth. And your feet, not forcing the heels to the ground too much at this point. We'll sweep the left leg up and back. And step your left foot forward between your hands. Drop onto the back knee, untuck your back toes. Hook one thumb on top of the other. Reach the arms up alongside the ears. Expand. And exhale, hands frame the front foot. Lift your back knee. We're just going to travel to the long side of our mat. Turn the toes out, and we're going to sway a bit, releasing the spine. Let your head release as well, along with your neck and jaw. Breathing in and sighing out. Come to a stop with that swaying. You're going to turn around to your right foot this time. Swivel onto the ball of the back foot. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Thumb hooks thumb. Reach up, sweeping the arms up alongside the ears. And exhale, hands frame the front foot. Step back to your downward facing dog. This time we'll uncurl forward to our high plank pose, like the top end of a push-up. First soft vinyasa, the knees come to the floor, chest and chin follow. Come on to the belly, find baby cobra with 10 toes pressing and a lifted heart and a soft jaw. Bow to yourself, chin to chest, hips to sky, downward dog, familiar V shape. Inhaling and exhaling through the back of the heart. Rise up onto your toes, take a slow walk to the top of your mat. And when you do get to the top of your mat, separate the feet wide for a stable connection with the floor and the earth beneath it, and sway side to side. Letting your container empty out exactly. Yeah, Shafali, get into it. Let the body release what it's been carrying. Really soften into the knees. That's it. Breathe in. Stick out the tongue. Releasing stagnant prana. And then flubber the lips. Press into your feet. Healing the torso up one vertebra at a time. Once you arrive, just open up the shoulders naturally by swirling them around and down. Either bring your feet hip width distance or bring them to touch for your mountain pose. Rooting down through the feet, reach the arms out and up overhead. Big inhale. Drive the energy through your heart space, fold in half, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, find length, lift your heart. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step back one foot at a time into high plank. You can lower down knees, chest, chin, or play around with low push-up, chaturanga, yogi's choice. Inhale, roll over the toes, peel the shoulders open to reveal the heart, up dog or baby cobra. And exhale, bow to yourself. Lift your hips to the sky, downward dog. Creating a rhythm with the breath, we rise to the toes. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step the feet or hop the feet between the hands. Find a lengthy spine as you land halfway up. Full exhale as you fold in half. Root to the earth, rise through the heart, arms out and up overhead. And exhale, pour yourself right back in and down. We do that again. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bow to yourself. Sorry, inhale, halfway up. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step or hop back this time. Vinyasa of your choice. We'll all meet in dog. And this time, out of downward facing dog, we'll sweep the right leg up and back. Step the right foot forward between the hands. Drop onto the back knee and tuck the back toes. Thumb hooks thumb, we rise. Inhale. Keep the arms up alongside the ears. You're going to lift your back knee, untuck your back toes, coming up into high lunge. And then you're going to twist to your right. Open the arms out to a T. Left rib spiral to the right inner thigh as the fingertips stretch apart. Big inhale. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot. We'll pour the weight into the front foot. Let the left leg rise, standing split. Pouring over the front leg. Don't worry about how high the left leg lifts. Just pour yourself out. Big inhale. And exhale. Step the left foot back and shift your right foot off to the right a bit. As you come back up towards standing. Yeah. Reach the arms back up alongside the ears and take your hands behind you. Interlace them at your low back. Press your palms, lift your heart. Stay here or humble warrior. Arms reach out and up overhead. Bow into yourself. So as you bow into humble warrior, notice how that right hip tries to swivel off to the right. See about drawing it to the left inner thigh, aiming your tailbone back. Big inhale, soften the shoulders and the jaw. Hard to do here. Exhale. Frame the front foot with the hands. We'll walk around to the long left side of the mat. Toes turn out. We sway. Side to side. Before we come to the left side. Emptying out a little bit more. Begin to come to a slow stop. Big inhale and sigh. So walk your hands around to the left foot this time. Drop onto the back knee and tuck the back toes. Rise up, thumb hooks thumb. Arms up alongside the ears. Big inhale. And exhale. Back knee lifts. Come into your crescent lunge. Nice. Press the heel back. Reach your heart forward. And take a twist to your left. Twisted crescent. Keep the front shin aiming forward. Keep the back heel pressing back. And swivel the hands, frame the front foot. Pour the weight into the front foot. Let the right leg rise, standing split. Big inhale. And exhale. We'll step the right foot back and scooch the left foot off to the left. Come on back up, arms up, crescent lunge. Take the hands behind you, interlace them at your low back. Nice shoulder stretch or humble warrior. Noticing how this side might be different in the left hip. Drawing left hip back to right inner thigh as it scooches out to the side. Breathe in. And exhale. This time, release the hands to the inside of the right foot. And then step the back foot forward. So landing in a little lunge. In your malasana, a little squat. Rotating onto the outside edges of the feet. Maybe the heels are on the earth. Maybe they're lifted a little and you're having to work on your strength a bit. Can't see your heels, so wherever you are, just breathe. We'll trace the midline, reach out and up overhead with the arms, using the belly, and then draw the hands back through heart center down to your squat. Reach up with the arms. Come down through squat, malasana. Reach up with the arms. And then take the arms down at the sides, swivel your feet together. Actually, take them about hip width distance apart. We'll find a nice early tree pose. Redistribute the weight into your left foot. Rotate onto the ball of the right foot. And bring your heel to your ankle. So connecting inward through the belly, root down through your feet. Feel that press of the right hip, left hip into the floor. And then maybe the right leg moves in space, either below the knee or above the knee. Softening shoulders, and then bringing your hands into play. Invite the right knee to reach behind you, even though the foot doesn't move. Maybe the arms come alongside the ears. Turning up the corners of the mouth. Big inhale here. And exhale, the shoulders soften. See about floating the eyes closed for a minute, throwing yourself intentionally off balance. See if you can still stay connected even though you wobble a lot. Nice. Not much sway there. You guys got me. Nice. And then come back, draw your right knee towards the front of your mat, and step your right foot down. Give a shake. We'll do the other side, pouring the weight into the right foot this time, coming onto the ball of the left foot, and bringing the heel to rest on the inner ankle. So go through this side at your own pace, silently. You know tree pose. I know your guys. I know the two of your practices. Taking a few moments to guide your own shift. Really tapping in, tuning into that internal guide. Feeling the energetic qualities of this pose. And if challenging yourself by taking away sight is an element you want to add in, feel free. Nice. Feel the heart ignite up to the sky. Bring your left knee back to the center line and step it back. Come back to the top of your mat if you've migrated away from it. Close your eyes and bring one hand to your heart, bring one hand to your belly. Letting that bit of movement land, feeling both feet connected into the ground, but knowing you were able to stand on just one. So a wise person I know, when he used to say our dinner grace, he would say, we pray not for easy times, but the strength to get us through difficult times. So calling on that internal source within you, whatever that is, your highest self, whatever it is, connection with source, right? Knowing that you have the resolve within yourself or you wouldn't have made it to your mat this morning. So you have all the reserves you need and you can charge your battery a little bit more this morning. Perhaps taking a moment to charge it with some intention as we move some more. Finally, flutter the eyes open. Carry that intention with you. We'll bring the feet to touch. Make your way into Utkatasana, chair pose. You can have the feet together or hip width distance apart. You're going to begin to redistribute the weight into your left foot, drawing the right knee in towards your chest. You're going to come through warrior three. So the hands can can be out in front of you. Heart ends could be at heart center if that makes it a little bit more stable. And the standing leg, root down into it. Maybe you keep a little micro bend in the knee. Big breath in. And then we'll step the foot back. Swiveling around, finding warrior two. Bending into the front knee. And we'll hop off of this front foot. So we're just giving a little rock till you find a bit of momentum. Balance pose is always a great way to turn things around so the mind stops shattering so much. And you're going to find a hover point. You bring your knee on top of knee. Coming towards eagle pose. So the left elbow crosses underneath the right elbow once or twice. Stay soften into the shoulders. Deep inhale. And exhale. Staying here or folding forward over the front leg if you'd like. Keep reaching your fingertips toward the sky or away from you. Pressing the forearms away from the face. Big inhale. And exhale. We'll come on back up out of eagle. And then let the arms fly 3. Step back to your warrior 2. So flip your left palm up to the sky. Reach up and back, radiant warrior. And left forearm to left thigh, right arm alongside right ear. Reach up and back, paint the sky, moving a bit with breath. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm alongside right ear. Right hand to back leg. Paint the sky one last time before we come to rest in side angle. So settle in. This should feel good here. And of course, you can take this in any direction you'd like. If the hand wants to come to the floor on the inside of the foot or a block or a hat box. Really feel the outer edge of your right heel rooting down, the outer edge of the right foot. Lifting up on the inner arch, can you create more space all the way through the trajectory of your right fingertips? If the elbow might want to bend on that top arm and reach around for the thigh crease or the low back for a shoulder opening there, that might feel good. Wherever you are, let the left ribs peel around just a smidge more to the sky. And unthreading the arms, we'll come back to warrior 2. We're going to straighten the leg, soften the knees, and turn the toes in the same direction. Oops, sorry, I got you turned around, didn't I? That happens sometimes with 2 dimensions. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. And then swim forward with the torso for a forward fold in the form of wide-legged forward fold A. So hands could come to the floor or a block or whatever's handy. Fingertips line up with toe tips or the heels of the hands slide back to line up with the heels of the feet. The elbows bend at a 90-degree angle. Drawing the elbows in. Can you tip some weight forward into your toes? Feel the weight rotate onto the outside edges of your feet. Feel that lift on the inner arches, and as you tip forward, maybe the tailbone lifts a little bit higher, finding a little bit more extension and fold. Find your inhale here. Release into the pose with your exhale. With your inhale, come about halfway up. Catch your hands to your hips on the exhale. And on your next inhale, peel yourself up. I'm going to turn the left toes to face the top of the mat and swivel onto the ball of the back foot. Begin to look forward and pour the weight into the front foot. So the right knee comes in like flamingo style. Reach around for the inside edge of your back foot. Coming towards Nadarajasana, dancer pose. You can take this as full extension as you'd like or not. I cheated with my dresser there. Stretch up and out with the left arm, tipping your torso forward. Beautiful, guys. So as you tip the torso forward, the foot kicks into the hand and the hand grabs and draws back on the foot for equal but opposite resistance. And you breathe, inhale, and come on back up. Release the foot, shake it out. Pull bend the knees, sink the hips, coming back to Utkatasana. Redistribute the weight into the right foot and send the left leg back through Warrior 3. Hands to heart, arms reach behind you or extend alongside the ears, whichever feels most steady and inviting. Big inhale here, and step your left foot back into your lunge before pivoting to Warrior 2. Bringing lots of balance in, obviously. We've gone through tree pose. I would venture to say eagle pose is not the one people like the most of those balances. And then back to dancer pose, which is one that feels a little bit freer and more majestic. Find this little rock before finding a little hover point on the threshold of balance. Bring your right knee on top of your left knee and cross your right elbow underneath of your left elbow. So again, we're stringing a lot of poses together. It doesn't have to be the biggest, deepest eagle pose of your life. Softening into the shoulders. Go where you want to go. And then we'll untuck and send the right leg back to Warrior 2. Flip your right palm to the sky, reach up and out, Radiant Warrior. Right forearm to right thigh, extend the left arm long for a stretch. Reach the arm up and back. And exhale the arm down, opposite arm up. Reach up and back. And forearm to thigh, arm up, go where you'd like to go. Maybe hand to inside of foot, a little half bind for the shoulder opening. Whatever might feel good on this side. So I feel like my internal dialogue lately, I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, my internal dialogue goes something like, while I'm in my car, or if I'm interacting with people, it's like, someone gets on my nerves, I'm like, I know, but God, I'm trying, really, like, or higher source or whatever. Like, I'm trying to be nice. We're all quarantined. We're a little bit short. I'm trying to be yogic. So peel your shoulder open. And then unfurl the arms, come back up. Bring your hands to your hips. It's like the little angel and devil on my shoulder sometimes, with patience. Pour the weight into the front foot and draw the knee in. We'll come towards King Dancer. Reach the leg behind you. Yep, inner armpit open. Grab onto the foot. Begin to shift forward with the torso. So as we start to explore this new life, maybe you're having similar conversations with yourself, maybe not. If you aren't, say a prayer for me to be more yogic sometimes. And come on back up. Bring your foot back. So I say, God, good orderly direction is the acronym. That's what you can substitute whatever you'd like. Just give the arms a little sway. And then we'll come back to the top of our mats. I'm going to switch around here so I don't face away from you. I'm going to redistribute the weight into the ball of your right foot. Cross figure 4 with the left ankle over top of the right knee. That looks like. Bring your hands to heart center. Soften the shoulders down, soften your gaze out. You need to see about coming up onto the tips of the toes. It might only be for a second. Throwing the body off its balance to self-correct. And then we'll send the left leg back. And we'll come into a twist. Arms reach alongside the ears. Right hand down to the right thigh. Left elbow hooks to the outside of the right thigh. And you can always drop the back knee to the floor if you'd like. Twisting around for twisted side angle. Taking any progression you'd like. Half bind or full. So if the back knee is lifted, really lift it, charging the back heel back. And then we'll come out of our twist, come right back into warrior 2. Bring your hands to your hips, turn your toes in, and then we're going to turn the toes out. Finding our way into a goddess pose. Bring your hands to your thighs, dip your shoulders in, letting your tailbone sink as much as you'd like to get that opening in the groin and the hips. And then come on back up. Bring your hands to your hips, maybe come up onto the toes if you'd like. Maybe bring the arms out, pointer finger and thumb to touch into Wisdom Mudra. Plugging into all that charged energy you created. Bringing your intention back into focus. Breathing life into it. Hear your breath. It sounds great. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten the legs. You're going to swivel onto the ball of the right foot. Cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, which is your left foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Uncurl forward to high plank. Yogi Stresa Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or little push-up. Inhale over the toes, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Rising onto the toes with your inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, step or hop the feet between the hands. Lengthening the chest forward. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Come on back up, Utkatasana. And then journey back to Tadasana. Arms alongside the body. So feet together or hip width distance. This time we'll redistribute the weight into the ball of the right foot. And bring the left ankle to cross over top. Sorry, other side. Redistribute the weight into the left foot. Right ankle crosses over top of left knee. Sit low, hands to heart. Shoulders engaged, soften. Maybe find that little balance point on the toes. Throw yourself off. And come back. Extend your right leg back. And step the right foot back to the floor for our twist. Reach your right arm up this time. And tuck the right elbow to left thigh. Swiveling the right ribs around. You can try pressing down with that left hand firmly into the right. Feel how that can help you draw your right ribs around. Heart towards hands, deepening the twist a bit. Big inhale here. And exhale. Hands frame the front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. You can sneak another vinyasa in. This has been the most vinyasa heavy practice. More held poses and balances, so this should feel good. Breathing into the heart space, feel how open the hamstrings are compared to how they were at the beginning. Rise onto the tips of your toes, bend the knees, gaze forward, step or hop the feet between the hands, come halfway up. Bend the knees, sink the hips, Utkatasana. This time, as we bend into Utkatasana, we'll bend so much that the heels have no choice but to lift up off the floor. And as the heels lift up off the floor, draw your hands to heart center. Take a twist to the right. Just finding a soft, twisted balance here. Bring the hands back to center. Bring your hands to the floor and give your feet a little tap. And then walk your hands back. You're going to take your left hand behind you, reach your right arm up. Lift your hips. This should feel really good. Reach your right arm back. And then bring your right hand back. Reach your left arm up. Do that 2 more times. Left hand down, right arm up. Hand comes down, other arm lifts. One more time, slow with breath on your own. And when you get to the end of that last side, come back onto hands and knees, tuck your toes under, and come back into that little squat again. Hands to heart, twist to the left, your left. Turn up the corners of your mouth, otherwise known as a smile. Come on back. And this time, we'll let the butt come to the floor. Don't hit your head on the wall behind you. Give yourself a little rock and roll. We're going to come towards Navasana, boat pose. So find a little hover point. Bring your hands behind your knees. If you want to extend the legs, you can. Bringing the core into focus. Again, using these strength poses to fire up your intention with fortitude, resilience, patience. Finding a balance between all those things. Big breath in. Give yourself a little rock. And come back into Navasana. Yep, again, hands behind knees. Or legs extend, your choice. And just curl over yourself for a second. Head resting on the shins or bowing over the shins, hands wrapped around the knees. The neck relaxed. Okay. Two more little, what I think are fun things. Hopefully you'll think they're fun too. Doesn't matter if you find the fullest expression, but you're gonna come and rock and roll along your back. So you might have done this with me before. You're gonna rock back to Utkatasana. So you might cross the ankles to get up, you might bring your hands, but you might find some momentum. So we come back into that squat, and then we're gonna take it a little step further. So you're gonna take your feet wide, coming into your Malasana squat. A little bit of a weirder stance here, but your butt's actually closer to the floor. You're gonna let your butt pop back. And you're gonna maybe see the butt coming back up into Malasana. If you'd like to play, you might tip forward out of that and try it a few times and pop up into crow. So the crow might not fly away today, but it's fun to try using your momentum. Yes. Nice. Yeah, guys. Good work. All right. And land. Bring your left hand to the floor. Reach your right arm up. And hand comes down. Arm reaches up. And hand comes down again. You're going to lift the hips. Swivel the feet back to touch. Folding over the legs. Softening into the knees. Just fold forward here. Slowly walking your feet back to downward facing dog. And then we'll ripple forward to a high plank and lower all the way down to the belly. As you come down to the belly, let the arms release alongside the hips. Take a moment to breathe and reconnect. The source. You're going to come up onto your forearms. This little sphinx pose here. You're going to turn your left fingertips to your right forearm and bend into the right knee. So you're going to reach around for the right foot. A nice little simple back bend. Drawing the foot towards the sit bone. You might have to rock under your belly a little bit to maneuver this, but if you'd like to extend the left arm up alongside the left ear, releasing it from the floor, do a little half Dhanurasana. Be sure to soften the shoulders and the jaw. Big inhale and exhale. Come on back down. Make a pillow with your hands. Shift the hips side to side. Come back up onto the forearms. And turn your right fingertips towards your left forearm. This time the left knee bends. Reach around for the foot. Forearm presses into the floor. Lifting the heart up. And if you want, you can liberate the right arm. Levitate the right foot off the floor. Kind of feels a lot like King Dancer, but on the belly. Inhale and breathe. Come on down and roll over onto your back. So we'll have the opportunity, the space, the time for 2 back bends. And I'm going to teach to bridge first. If you want to make your second one full wheel, you certainly can, but you don't have to feel compelled. So in bridge, toes turn in slightly to protect your knees. Press firmly into the hands and feet. Lift your hips up off the floor. Maybe squiggling each shoulder underneath the shoulder blade to wedge and lift the heart. Either reaching back for the heels or interlacing the fingers underneath of you. Invite the heart up towards the chin and the sky. Even if you get a release of the glutes for one breath, fit it in. Down out of this first back bend when you're ready. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. We'll head into our next choice of back bend, either one more of those, or if you're craving full wheel and it's in your practice, feel free. Or you can just rest simply on your back, getting a few moments of active rest. Beautiful. So feel the middle of your back, if you can imagine the middle of your back stretching. Consciously release a little of the tension out of the low back. And come down when the body says it's time. Finally, draw your knees to your chest, releasing the low back. All right, roll through one side and make your way up to sit. So, it is Vigorous Vinyasa, and I have 2 people I know pretty well. So the vigorous nature of it is mostly the effort. So that being said, I'm going to invite you guys to unmute yourself since we only have 2 people in the room, because this is a little weird one to talk you through without knowing that you guys are still with me at any point. Ask questions at any time. So before we do anything, we're just going to take a nice simple twist. So cross at the ankles, reach the arms up, and twist to your right. Bringing hand outside of the thigh. And truth be told, I just like hearing ambient noise, knowing that people are still with me. It's so weird teaching this silence. That simple twist. All the air hard. Come out of that twist. Hands up. Nice. Take a twist to the left. And untwist here. So, extend your legs out in front of you. Try to show it from a couple of different angles. You're going to bring your left foot in. So you're just going to cradle it here for a second. Just like cradling the baby. And then this is your right hand. You're still cradling with the left hand. You're going to bring your right hand over top grip. Now you have your left foot. You're going to take your left hand that's still underneath of your knee and use it to kind of wedge. So it might not go that far, but the higher you can wedge it, the easier this part will be. You're going to bring your left hand onto the floor and just redistribute your weight onto the front of your sits bones. And then you're going to bring your right hand down to the floor. Yep. So now the left leg is just dangling over top. Practice flexing your feet for me here.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. That's why I want to give some angles. So thanks for the reminder. All right, flex your feet. Core, core, core. Right? Lift your heel. So you're just distributing the weight back. Go slowly. Bring the heel back down. Press into your hands, lift your butt. Yep, good job. Come back down. So just piece by piece. Right?
So right foot up.
Yep, right foot up, yep. Now cross over the ankle, just feel that. So ankle comes over ankle. And then release it. Right? Now, redistribute the weight, lift your butt. Lift your right heel. Maybe you find that little cross. So it might only be for just a second. Yeah. I'm still with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this next side might be a little different. Might be easier or more challenging, but like I said, the effort and the conception of the pose sometimes eventually leads to the pose. These parts are circus tricks anyway, but they're still fun to try. So we got the shin here, and the right arm is supporting it.
The right arm under the shin.
Yep, the right arm is like hooked underneath of the right shin.
Okay.
That one a little bit better. Yep, you got it.
Okay.
The left leg is extended out in front of you.
Oh, okay. Left leg up.
I know it's weird because I'm mirroring you. So maybe if I face backwards. So now the left arm comes up. Over top grip.
Okay. Over top grip of the right foot.
Yep.
Okay.
Then take your right hand and begin to wedge that knee as high on the forearm as it will go. It's only going to go so far.
Okay, right knee on the right forearm. Okay.
Got it. Right hand comes down to the floor.
Right arm down to the floor.
Fingertips face forward. So now we've got our hands just like they would be in crow.
Right.
Flex the feet.
Hands in crow.
Got it. Flex the feet. Power up the belly. Face around to you again. Flip the butt. You got it. Let the butt drop. Flip the heel, tip back. Let the heel lift. Keep the feet flexed. Bring the foot down. Let the butt lift. Bring the butt down one more time. Lift the foot. Just feel the cross of the ankles. Just feel how that, now everybody can do this. You're just got all the limbs on the floor. Feel how that might feel. Activate your belly. Flex the feet. And then bring the foot back down. From all angles. Redistribute the weight into the foot. Drop the butt. Lift the leg. Drop the foot one more time. We're doing a few more. Now lift the butt.
I can't get on the side.
Yeah, this side's a lot harder. For me too. I couldn't quite get up on that side either. All right. So let's do one nice, luxurious wide-legged stretch real quick. Walk out in front of you. Let your head dangle towards your chest. So I'm just doing a nice, easy one here. If you want to come down a little further onto the forearms, you certainly can. Beginning to release all the play, all the effort, turning towards surrender. attachment to any poses or outcomes. Breath in. Let that breath flow out the toes. Back up. And bring your feet. Padappanasana. Walk your hands behind you. That alone should feel good. You don't even need to forward fold if you don't want to. But you could. You could just let your head drop. Let your chin come away from your chest. And just do a little counter pose. Bring your feet to the floor. If you like the version of this where the legs are extended long, Padappanasana, that's fine. I'm just going to do the one with knees bent. A little easier on the low back. Wherever you are, fluff your heart open. The fingertips turn towards the hips. Press into all four corners of each foot. Lift your hips up. It feels good to let the head drift back in space. Feel free. Only doing what feels good. Come down when you're ready. Put some layers on. Get your lights. Make your way towards final rest. Once you're in your rest pose, tucking yourself in, allowing your body to get enough space to spread out. You don't feel bound by anything. Imagining everything in the universe a possibility. Take a big breath in and let it flow. Another one of those releases your ujjayi breath intentionally. Big inhale and sigh. invitation for the breath to come back into the body, deepening it one breath at a time, a bit more intentionally. Making some small movements at first with the toes and the fingers. And then bringing larger movements along the legs and the ankles and the wrists expressing themselves. Maybe the arms keeping overhead. Or a real foot to toe stretch. Hey guys. Wrap hands around the shins and do a little squeeze, rolling onto one side. Take a moment to reflect on your practice. Pressing into your hands, making your way up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. As you come to that seat, you can guide your hands to heart center if you'd like. So recognizing that you are powerful beyond measure. Being gentle with yourself during this time. Examining your strengths and your challenges. Knowing that you have the capacity to handle all. Close the practice with the sound of Om. If you'd like to join along, you can. Inhale, receive the breath deeply. And as always, a sigh to release any last thing. Don't need. Let's do one more of those before we open. Inhale. Lift your thumbs up between your eyebrows, tilt your heart to the sky, invite in light. Hold that light in, charging your battery for cloudy days. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.